Welcome to Lake Koocanusa, and this here is AV, Koocanusa Village, located about 45 minutes from Fernie. I can pretty much get here in 45. I know the roads and how to get here, so yeah. But anybody that tells you it's 3 hours from Calgary, yeah, they're kind of not quite right, unless they're right on the very southern tip of what they would call Calgary, or let's call it Costco Okotoks. Anyways, here we are. Beautiful lake, lots of fun. I used to camp here. Spent a lot of time on the lake. In fact, they used to call me Mr. Kookanusa or the King of Kookanusa. Because if you had any questions about property, real estate, ranches, land in this area, I was your go-to guy. As you'll see here, we're on the marina side, and the marina slips are currently on land. In other words, the water hasn't come up yet, so we're kind of in the April here. The water will rise and fill up the marina, fill up the rest of the lake. And as you can see, New Dawn Developments has a few houses in here. They do a great job. And yeah, so you can see the lake down there, and it'll slowly rise. It'll raise up the slips. You can park your boat, and it's great for all summer. You probably take your boat out as late as October, put it in as soon as June. So June to October is fantastic. And as I said, houses on this street will run you anywhere from 1.2 to 2 million. There might be a house in here that is a little higher than that, but at this time, that's kind of the range. I'm currently speaking in 2025. So when you look at this later, if you happen to see this in a different year, it'll be fun to look back on this and see how things have changed. Anyways, this property, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I'm going to take you around for a few little tours here. As you can see on the right-hand side, that was your marina. We have some big houses going on there with lots of windows, lots of views. And you'll notice that most of the houses have separate garages or carriage houses. And that's because you can do it. You got the space, you have the room, and it makes sense both from it can make sense from a rental position and a profitability payment type of plan. Straight across, that's the mouth of the Elk River. This here is Lake Koocanusa. Um, as you can see, most of these people, they run right up to the lake. There is everywhere in BC, nobody actually owns right up to the lake because there is that frontage that people can always access to if they had to. So right now, we're going to go down. This is kind of a new section here. Marina, sorry, yeah, just down the marina. I got something going on with my phone. I don't know what, but hey, these houses, as you can see, Wide Skies in here, New Dawn is in here, Alpine, Timber Trails, that's what it's called. Yeah, they do a great job in here as well. And so if we keep going down here, you can see this trailer that's on here right now is, you're not allowed to do that anymore, but that person is actually just there while they're building their home, which is allowed. So when you go, just so you don't think that you can buy a lot and put a trailer on it, you can't. You have to build a home. Your trailer can probably stay for a little bit as long as you are currently constructing. So you would need to discuss that with the developer. And as I said, that's the mouth of the Elk straight across there. The Elk River actually comes from Fernie, uh, from Alfred actually, and flows through Fernie down to Lake Koocanusa, so right there. It helps to fill up the lake. And there's some great fishing at the mouth of the Kook, mouth of the Kook, mouth of the Elk joints. And so you saw that little store back there. That little store has, your ice cream, your little things that you need that you didn't maybe know that you remembered when you came out. So Those houses across over there on the marina, they'll have their own private docks. Some will still use the marina, but or the boat launch and the slips, but they have their own as well. Now, as you can see, it is quite a busy little place. I'm going to do another video here shortly when it's green, and yeah, so you'll be able to see the change. But definitely have a look. Or as you can, as we go down the main, so here we are. Now we're down the original street. So on the left side here, these are all across the street from lakefront. These houses here will run anywhere from 900 to, I think, 1.2. There's a few in here that are probably in that 1.5 range. They tend to be a little smaller. The lots are a little smaller, and you have access across in certain areas to the lake. Kind of cool. Some of these homes are taking advantage of their lots quite well. You are in the regional district of the East Kootenay, and the developer has certain standards you have to meet, but they're not super stringent like you would see in certain places in, say, Calgary, or even in some of the developments in Fernie. For example, you can have siding. I think that might even be vinyl siding right there. Most of the stuff is going to be a hardy plank, and some of the current stuff. This one here is actually, I think it's a half log look. There are lots available on this side of the road, and those ones will run anywhere from 100 to 125, I'd say. As they slowly disappear, the price goes up. And if you want one, let me know. I have some buddies that have lots, or I know people that might have the one that you want. It's great to see construction underway. Lots of things are going on. These houses have garages. Your views, if you'll, there's no basements. Everybody's built up on that flat entry level, and then it looks like a lot of them are putting their patios and decks, so their decks off that second floor, and you can get lots of views there. If you look behind these homes, right up, you can see that second bench. We'll go there later. And up there is new home builds as well. There's a really cool home that just sold up there. Just I think it was around 1.2. Had probably the best in-home gym that I've ever seen. She wanted to work out there with the owner. Never actually had a chance, but yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Like it had everything you wanted, everything you needed in your, like, basically in the basement, your walkout basement of the house up there. It is pretty cool. So historically speaking, if you want, this used to be a ranch. As you can imagine, by what you're seeing here is the land was actually in the ALR. It was pulled out of the ALR because you couldn't actually really grow anything here. It was basically river bottom rock with a little bit of soil. They peeled the soil off. In some places there was nothing to peel off when they did the construction. But here we are now. These houses on this side of the road, which is on the lake side, they'll run anywhere from 1.2 to, geez, there's a couple dandies on here that are probably about $2 million, 2.5 maybe. There's a couple in here that I'd love to see. You'd actually see them from the lake. They're beautiful, gorgeous, and that I would love, love, love. So if you know anybody that has any of these houses on here that you want to invite Belzy over for a beer, yeah, I'd take it up any day. I got a buddy here that's got like the best man cave I've ever seen. Perfect. It's like it's air conditioned. It's got everything. It is so cool. Anyways, yeah, I'd like to have one of those. Anyways, so like I said, houses on this side, pretty expensive. Lots on this side are going to start anywhere from about 5.25 to 600, maybe a little bit more than six for the right one. And then you're going to build your house. And like I said, most of these houses have carriage houses or separate entry garages like this one, like with a detached garage. Um, and actually, you you'll see quite often your mode of transportation from home to marina is via golf cart. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's kind of cool. It's good to see. It's like not a super um, stringent on the HOA rules. Your HOA is actually pretty tiny. Your fees are really tiny. You'll have you can have your sewer and your water fees, of course, your garbage pickup, but you want those, so it's just part of the process. This house is a gorgeous house. This lodge, as you can see, when we peek through here, bang, that is the mouth of the Elk River. And like I said, you can actually explore up there further on to the summer in your boat when the water comes up. So Lake Koocanusa itself is it's a dammed reservoir. The dam is in Libby, Montana. They shut the doors. They raise the water. The water is basically spring or mountain fed from snowmelt, and yeah, it's so every year it's like freshwater lake every year. There's no algae. There's no seaweed. Because basically when Libby opens up the dam and drains the lake to create their electricity. Um, it goes to a river. This will be a river at Christmas time, January, February. This is a river. It's not a lake. So as we that was the lakefront. As we go up here, you can see along the side there, the water will actually come up and float those docks and the boat slips and all that. And then this is actually right here is a beach. Gorgeous homes, fantastic place to live, great place to get away from it all. Jump into your house, jump in your boat, jump on the lake, have some fun. Now, this is up on the terrace or on the ridge, whatever you want to call it. These homes, they're all relatively new in the last kind of 5 years. That was the house with the cool gym. Um, yeah, super cool. Anyways, did a great job. Some of these lots are for sale as well, and they'll be in that 100 to 150. The views off this is you're over top of everything, and you see down lake, up lake, crossover into uh, the Elk River, the mouth of the Elk, and views, like I said, are just wild. Some more houses here, or maybe it was that house that had the no, it was the other one. Anyways, like custom builds. Everyone's building nice, beautiful new homes at the lake. Kookanusa is just on fire. It's awesome. I love it here. I feel good I smile and I'm happy this is great. I love it. I absolutely love it. So it's very quite funny when you come here. It's about 45 minutes from Fernie, and when you cross the bridge at Cutz's, man, I can feel my stress just start to disappear. I feel great, happy, a lot, and it's just like feels like home. And then you turn down the Kickman Newgate Road, and you head on down. And as here we go, as you can see, you're this guy here. He won't be able to keep that there, but he's going to build a house. And we got some new houses up here on these lots, and these lots are fantastic. The views up here are phenomenal, incredible. Some of my favorites. This one here was my favorite. This is the one I would have picked for myself because you're right at the edge, at the top with the best view. And now look at these views hidden up on the top. Look at that, folks. You can see Rocky Mountains, snow-capped lake, mouth of the Elk. There you go.